Hi guys. So yesterday I spoke on taking action, but then there came a problem. To some people, the problem might be I don't know how exactly to take these actions, or rather, taking these actions may look too big that I don't know how to place it. For others, they feel like they need a mentor, someone to hold their hands and guide them, and so that they can get started. But they don't realize that while we are waiting for all of this, there are people who are making way, eating the ways and just doing their things. So what is the difference? Um, I'm talking on someone who is able to learn on their own, practice on their own, and become very good. Now, you can tell me this like a fast learner, an ultra learner, but someone who knows how to pick up a skill, know how he's going to learn it and learn it as quick and fast as they can for good use. Now, self learning is not easy, it is hard, frustrating, requires a whole lot of effort. Your effort puts in it, and it is an intense kind of thing. So, this is why it's more easier for people to give up than to continue when it stays. But now, in course of this series, I would be wanting to talk about how we can make self learning a whole lot more easier. Let's look at the benefits why self-learning is good because it is for the economy it is good. Now getting education, it's proper like certified education might be way more expensive, time taking. Also we need technology rising and all of that. So self-learning is one good thing to do. But as I have said before, it is intense and it is seen as hard. Not only it is seen as it could be hard, but then do you know that there could be structures and systems set down to help self learning to make it easier for you to achieve your goals? Yes. So now you need to know okay, what am I going to be learning? Now, if I want to learn on a skill, I will be taking a whole different route from just watching as much videos or content as I can see on that thing. And here's how I may be doing it. Now, the first thing I have to be doing is to first create a time for learning. I could do this in different ways, either part time, let me say, as a full time worker and student or something, and as a full time worker, student, or something, and you just don't have that luxury of time. So, how then can I fix in time to learn a skill, to become better, to grow on something? So, you need to think of a time, very, very important. It could be part time, it could be like for you, you already have a devoted time for learning and say, okay, this is my learning time, I'll use it in learning this skill. You see how so far being deep work, being an essentialist, everything can be linked together because all are really required when it comes to this. So you need to create time, a specific time for you to learn how many hours a week, how you're going to structure your time to see that oh you are going to achieve your goal. Now once you've created the time for you to learn, you're going to be assessing your goal. Now what goal do I want to achieve with this skill? How is this skill helpful? What do I plan to achieve with it? And when you have as well as gone through that phase, we can now go into okay, how now do I learn this skill? How do I now learn this skill? And we can do that with the following step. One method that we can adapt from the school learning, from the school setting, is how we always have our course outlines. Now, we have like the outlines, general things, then you need to know what to know, what to practice at all. So if you are choosing to pick up a skill to learn, you need to be knowing the concepts, everything about the course that you need to know, and then know the key fact, those things that you need to memorize, and those things you need to practice. You're going to be setting all of these things out before even going ahead to read this course. This is to help you this will help you have a structured learning. Yeah, this will help you have a structured learning to know how exactly you are learning because it is very important. So now you need to know the concepts, everything that is needed to know. Then what is needed to memorize. There are some things that you just need to know at the how you can practice. Because one thing about learning is practicing as you are learning. If you are just learning and waiting for the perfect time to practice and to put what you've learned into action, it's going to be a whole phase of learning when you plan on practicing. But as you are learning and practicing, it is a whole lot different, and it would even help speed up the process of learning. So very important. So that said, that said, we would continue this series in the next few days. But one thing, like I have said today, so if you have, like, let's say, a skill you love to learn, the first thing you can do is just, okay, create an outline. Try to know, what do I need to know about this course? What's everything that is needed to know about this course? What are the important things to know about this course? How, why do I even need this course? Why am I choosing to take this course? How can it help me in the long run? So take out time, plan properly for the skill you are willing to learn in the next few months, and we can see how we continue from there tomorrow. So thank you guys for joining me today, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.